Cyber criminals are setting their sights on esports. Danny Palmer is here with us to talk about this growing problem. Danny?
Well, esports is a big target for cyber criminals now because, like anything that brings in a lot of money, crooks are attracted to it. There's as much money in this as some professional sports now. It makes billions of dollars a year. Professional teams compete for prize pots worth millions of dollars, and fans come and fill arenas to watch these matches, as well as thousands of, maybe even millions, watching these competitive matches online. So, with it being entirely online, it's quite a big target for crooks and criminals, because if there's a way of disrupting it, be it just because they can, or because they want to try and maybe even extort some money out of it, they're going to go after it and attack these esports tournaments. And it's not just a theoretical thing. A few years ago, a Dota 2 tournament hosted by Valve, one of the biggest games companies in the world, it had the teams in that were competing to target it more and more.
Okay, and Danny, can you talk a little bit more about the types of attacks that are happening?
Well, as we've seen already, DDoS attacks, or distributed denial of service attacks, have already targeted some of these tournaments, whereby the attackers will use an army of hijacked computers, laptops, phones, even Internet of Things devices to direct all the traffic they generate towards the servers of the tournament, just to overwhelm it, to slow it down, or even take it out. Taking the whole thing down is obviously going to be bad for the tournament, but when some of these matches rely on split-second decisions, even just some lag to the caused by a DDoS attack could have impacts on the matches.
And what exactly that means for everyone carrying one of these in their pockets. Danny, we all carry mobile devices, so why now is this mobile malware taking off?
The simple answer is everyone stores all of their personal data on their mobile phone. If a cyber criminal can gain access to that, not only can they gain access to things like the things that cyber criminals tend to go after, like usernames, passwords, that sort of thing. The way apps are used means it's possibly easier to get hold of things like banking details and other personal information. People take a lot of photos they store on their phones. People store a lot of private messages and files on their phones, and phones also have the ability to track your location. So for more advanced groups, especially those which are, let's call them elite hacking operations, which look to track the location of their victims, they're really important. Plus, add into that how phones are cameras as well. So they have audio recording, they have video recording. So if a cyber attacker can stealthily gain access to a mobile device, it's a massive gateway into not just stealing details, but finding access to people's entire lives.
Yeah, we store a lot of information. You almost don't realize how much stuff is on your phone, but exactly what tactics are criminals using to deploy the malware?
But when it comes to the more basic malware, things like adware, crypto miners, some of the more basic forms of identity stealing, it's usually like traditional, in inverted commas, cyber attacks done by coercing people into downloading things or clicking links. One thing that's often being used now, as detailed in a new report on mobile malware by McAfee, is cybercriminals are attracting people by creating fake apps which look like popular applications. The one referenced in this report is a Call of Duty application about the video game. What they did to distribute this was they used things like YouTube and Discord to post links. So people would see YouTube videos, go and look at the comments. Some of the links in the comments would be links to these malicious downloads. The same with Discord. They would go into the chat application and say, hey, look, here's a free download for Call of Duty. Click here. When it comes to the installation, people go, oh, all right, cool, free thing, and go and install it. Where the criminals are being sneaky in this case is that the attackers would say, hey, download this, here's a link. The person clicks on the links, download it, try to